So after releasing my video about how to get a place in Berlin, I also got some questions about which districts were the nicest to live in. And as I moved quite around, this is my first video in a series of all the districts that I lived in Berlin and how I experienced it. And let's talk today about Charlottenburg. So in Charlottenburg, I lived near Mierendorfplatz, the U-Bahn station, which is sort of, for me, really a nice place because it's sort of disconnected a little bit in the corner in Charlottenburg, and it really felt like a little village that I was living in. It wasn't really busy, it was pretty nice, it was pretty calm, so for me those are all factors that I really liked. Next to that, I was sort of living like a prince in Charlottenburg because I lived really nearby the Charlottenburg Palace. And I often went there to either chill in the park that you have behind it, or you could just go around. You had some sheep walking around there. The Charlottenburg Palace was built in the 17th century, and it was commissioned by Sophie Charlotte. How original, of course. She was the wife of Friedrich I. It was later on extended in the 1800s and made bigger. But the nice thing about the palace is really that you have a park behind it. You have a nice fancy garden, as you can see from the picture here. And I often just went there with friends to chill, to hang out. You have the river, of course, that goes past it, the Spree. And you could often just chill there really nicely, especially in summer or in spring when it was nice weather. Also in the mornings when I went running, I often there's a bridge that you could cross at Jungfrauheide. Then I would already run from my house, of course. I would cross the bridge, then I would do some laps in the park behind it, go through the garden, see the flowers, and yeah, just have my morning run there. Or otherwise, next to the Spree, you also have a lot of room where you can just do yoga or exercise. So I really enjoyed that. Also, I'm not really the person that goes shopping that often, or because I don't like it. I also don't like to be in big groups. Maybe that's a bit of a lie because, well, I like to go clubbing from time to time. But then I'm on drugs and then I feel different, so... but if you do want to go shop, you can either go to Kurfürstendamm or you could go to Kaiser Friedrichstrasse. Next to Charlottenburg station, you have a lot of options, also at Bismarckstrasse. I also really liked it, and I'm gonna give a little bit of a shout out. Next to the palace, you have Autark Studio, which is basically the tattoo studio where I put a lot of tattoos. The tattoo artist who I often went, sadly he's not working there anymore, but I always enjoyed going there. It's literally next to the palace. And also the nice thing about the palace is that on top of the palace you have this person standing there like this. And it's actually spinning around with the sun, so that's pretty nice. I have a picture of that as well that I will put in here. Yeah, I just loved really chilling at the palace, and I always felt like a prince there. In terms of traveling around, the only thing that I did not really like is that it's pretty far from everything. And of course, you could argue, well, what is far in Berlin? It's still pretty much connected, like I had the U7 at Mierendorfplatz, so that allowed me to even get pretty fast into Neukölln if I wanted to. And you have the Ringbahn, that is always nice. If you have those two things close to you, if you're living in the ring, it's gonna be arguably fast or arguably slow, depending on what you're used to and how you look at it. Besides that, also walking around in Charlottenburg, going past the Spree, you can easily just go to Moabit. You can easily just really enjoy your time walking past or next to the Spree is pretty nice. And as an extra bonus, well, it used to be that Tegel was open. That's not the case anymore. Tegel used to be the old airport. But you have the Berlin bus station, which is pretty nearby. If I would travel, for example, to the Netherlands, I would mostly take the bus because, well, flying would maybe be just a little bit faster, but, well, traveling first to, of course, the airport, and then, of course, traveling from where my mom lives, for example, it always takes time. And in general, yeah, if I would take the night bus, I would just sleep the whole night, and then it would be light, and I would already be in the Netherlands. So yeah, pretty easy. And Charlottenburg, I would overall say it's nice. You're pretty well connected. It's calm. If you want to be more central, of course, it's a bit further away, but you still live within the ring. It might be a little bit easier to find a place here than, for example, in the east, if you talk about Friedrichshain, Kreuzberg, etc. But overall, yeah, Charlottenburg was decent. I would say I enjoyed my time there. You have a lot of other things. You have the Deutsche Oper as well. So if you like classical stuff, then you can also go there. Technical University there as well, and it's nice place to live. It goes basically from Kurfürstendamm to the top to Jungfrauheide. And then it ends near the big park, of course, Tiergarten. To the east, it just goes to the ring. So those are the borders where you're looking at for Charlottenburg. So yeah, overall, just a small little video. I'm gonna make more of these, and I'm gonna also make another series. I want to do this to provide you at least with a little bit of insight of how it was living there. Overall, the prices, yeah, they are fucked anyways in Berlin. If you want to find a place there, it's expensive anywhere. But yeah, that's the same thing for every big city currently. I think if you want to get a room, take into account like 400, 600, somewhere around there. If you want to get a studio, look from like 600 on. And if you really want to get your own place, well, yeah, that really depends on how big you want to get it, of course. But yeah, together with the Charlottenburg Palace, I felt like a little prince living there, and I really enjoyed it. So, hope you liked the video. Please leave a like and subscribe, because that would help me out a great deal. And then there is nothing else to say than big hug, much love, and then I see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao.